my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really bout.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Completes it right side to Cooper. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. He's got room at the 30, and they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amari Cooper, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's DeMario Davis navigating his way into the backfield for a tackle for loss. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And Lance now to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down. Here's and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Winston now after the fumble recovery. It's complete to Cook. Touchdown. Jared Cook, 31 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that and trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0.
49ers nothing. Will Lutz, the kickoff for New Orleans.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll get it inside the 35. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Play action now. Winston. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Niners will take over here just shy of the 30. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football. Rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. To throw again on second down. Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, Lance being chased out left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never get...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line foot taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. Touchdown, 49ers. Ray McLeod from 21 yards away. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back, because even if he doesn't have the ball.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Right back to Cook for another completion. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Lutz with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
49ers 7. Will Lutz will kick off 41.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lance. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Back deep, a former Golden Bear from nearby Cal, Deshaun Jackson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here's Lance to throw it. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Second down at 4. Lance looking to throw it.
Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Lance now on first down. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there.
Ready? 3, 2, follow.
Throwing, Winston. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Easy.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
On the double. 6, mega. Black ultra. Go pink.
On second down, here's Lance.
He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Hey, please.
And Lance will try again on second down.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Touchdown, New Orleans! This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Will Lutz, we kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not, and right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Lance. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. George Kittle, 47 yards. And the 49ers are able to claw one back. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
49ers 14. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Saints. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Saints have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
49ers 14.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Able to complete this one to McLeod.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Never make the mistake of the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here. They're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, but they've only got it back to 3rd and 10.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Jameis to throw it. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance steps away to his left. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Winston. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Again, it's Winston. It's complete to Cook. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. On 1st and 10, Winston. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amari Cooper his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go. Here we go.
Desperation time here. Lance.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Following the interception, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A 10th carry for Kamara, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Third and goal, Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Amari Cooper, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory.
Lutz with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 21. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how to...
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
But they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 67 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Winston. Cook's got it. Touchdown, Saints. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
49ers 28.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Brings up third down.
Green jack. Black swap. Blue striker. Ready?
Throwing his lance on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Set hut. Yellow.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Gold to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
The score, Saints 70, 49ers 35. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Winston here to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now Winston. He's got the connection to Cooper. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, red. Black shot.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And a big loss is here as he's taken down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Red.
Now Lance. He's going to let it fly. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And here's Taylor on the return. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading